Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Carruthers, Education Director for Sambia. Today we're going to be working with some face framing, and we have Karen here, and she's a beautiful model for us today. And we chose Karen because we really want to talk very specifically about a finer texture of hair. And you know, Karen recently got to a certain age, which will remain anonymous, but within those ages, a lot of times certain things happen. Luckily for her, she actually hasn't had a lot of thinning around the face, but this is something that tends to happen, especially as women get into the 40s, into the 50s. This density around the face really starts to change. Luckily, hers hasn't very much, but she does have this finer area around the face, so it's kind of a perfect texture to show you this technique. So this is going to be really specifically for your girls that tend to have this very fine, wispy texture happening. Traditionally, when we're layering around the face, we do techniques where we're elevating up, cutting certain lines in so that when it falls layered away from the face. Now, if we do that on something like Karen's texture, where it is finer and more wispy through the ends, we're just going to increase that lightness and that featheriness, which maybe that's what you want, but more than likely, you're looking to actually strengthen the ends, not thin them more. So instead of elevating and lifting, what we're going to do is we're going to create more defined pieces. And those defined pieces are going to give more density, more of a fuller look to Karen's hair. So what I need to start doing is, whenever we're face framing, what we want to do is highlight things that we love about someone. So Karen's got beautiful cheekbones, she has a really pretty jawline, she's got great lips. So any of those focal points could be places that you might want to create a piece. So what I'm first going to do is, I'm just going to take that front edge, and I'm just going to kind of pinch a little piece of hair forward. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for that first piece that I want to create. This can be smaller, it can be thicker, it depends on how much visual impact you want. And then we're going to take, I'm actually just going to put this comb down because I don't need it. I'm just going to hold with my left hand, and I'm going to highlight her cheekbone here. Now, a lot of times we'd come in this way and slide cut back and away from the face, but what that's going to do is it's going to actually mask that piece and make it diffuse more. We want to show that piece off and make it more defined, so we're actually going to come in from behind the hair, and we're going to do just a talking motion forward towards that cheekbone. Okay, so we've got my first piece there. So that gives her a little pop there right on the cheekbone. As we come down, kind of pinch another little piece there. Let that come away. And again, we're just going to come down in kind of in the jawline, give her a little piece right through there. Now this might seem a little blunt and deliberate, but remember, we're not going to just leave them pinched together laying on her face. She's going to move her hair around. So once we start to move her hair around, you'll see it softens up. But a lot of times I think we almost go too soft around the face and we lose the definition of the pieces. It just turns into almost this 90s Jennifer Aniston, just weird diagonal line that doesn't really create any focal point. So I'm gonna grab another piece here. And at this point, I don't really have facial features to point to if I want to continue getting longer and longer. So I'm just kind of eyeballing where I want that next piece to sit. And then even down here, you know, it's even just kind of coming in and creating more of a piece where I see a piece. So I'm blunting up something to create more of a piece in there. Then coming in, blunting that off. So you guys can kind of see I'm just finding those pieces that already exist. So by adding that blunter feel, now in comparison, side to side, look how much stronger and healthier and thicker this side starts to look because we don't have wispy hair on the ends. Really, that's a lot of what happens when density starts to change. If those ends start looking wispy, that's why people start to feel like they have thin hair. Karen has tons of hair actually. It was just that those ends were so over texturized and so over layered that they didn't have any strength or density to them. So you can see there's a very different feel this side to the wispiness on this side. So on this side, what we might do is just give it a little movement, give it a little toss with our hand. And even what we could work in there is a little bit of Wax Blast 10 if we wanted to even define it. Now, here's a little trick that I like to do with Wax Blast 10 is actually apply it to my hand. A lot of times the spray around the face is a little unruly if I don't have someone to guard her face. So just putting it on my hand, working it through the hands. It smells good, doesn't it, Karen?
Yes, it does.
And I'm just gonna work that through the ends. That's gonna help define them. And now Karen has a really cute little face frame. You know, and you could add a little texture to these if you wanted to take your sleeker iron, give them a little bend, give it a more Farrah sort of feel, or you can leave it kind of tucked into the face like this. So again, guys, when you have those clients that they're just feeling like it's too thin, but they still want some change around the face, this is an excellent technique to give it definition and really give them a more solid texture, more solid feel to their hair. We hope this helps you out. I'm Andrew Carruthers, Education Director for Sam Villa.